Mercury, from the darkness to the deep, I thank my lucky stars.
Hello everyone and welcome back to a completely new video. So this is something that I've never done before. This is going to be a beginner riding series, but it's not going to be a series. I'm going to mix it all in one video basically. So I'm basically going to be showing you how to tack up, how to groom, like riding safety, stuff like that. So first thing is safety. So obviously when you're horse riding, you're riding an animal with its own mind. So you've obviously got to stay safe. So I'm very lucky that I have my own body protector. So I normally always ride in a body protector. I always ride in one when I'm jumping, and I never know how good my seat is on that particular day. So I like to ride in a body protector every time I jump. Usually I'll ride in one when I'm doing flat work, but if it's ever particularly cold, I'll keep my like big crew jacket thing on, and I won't put one on just if I'm doing flat work. But then I won't get any poles out or anything, I'll just do flat work. And then obviously helmet. So I've personally, like, this is my personal opinion, I've never ridden without a helmet. I never plan on doing it. I get why people do it, but I personally, I just won't, because I just don't want to really. So I always ride in a helmet. And then next thing is like gloves and footwear. So for footwear, for riding, you need something with a heel. So trainers aren't very suitable for actual riding. They're fine for yard work, but for actual riding, I wouldn't recommend trainers. So when I first started riding, I was riding in wellies for ages, and then I got my first ever pair of boots, which was short jumper boots, and I've still got them now, and I had them for ages. And then last year, Christmas 2021, I got my first ever pair of long boots. They're not getting too small on me and anything. They are so comfy. They're not getting too small, and they fit me perfectly, and I've had them for over a year now. So I'm very lucky that I have them. And then gloves. So obviously you don't have to ride in gloves, but I thought I'd include them in this video because gloves are they're just really nice to wear. Like for me, I cannot ride without gloves. I hate the feeling of reins. Well, I don't, I can ride without gloves, but in the winter, they keep your hands so much warmer. And I just for jumping, I feel like without ripping my hands to shreds, they give you just almost extra control, because you can pull without your hands sliding on the reins or anything. So I've got Lemure, they're I think they're the 3D mesh riding gloves, and they're from Lemure, and I think they're about £20, but they are, I've had so many pairs of gloves. I've actually currently got two. I've got a navy pair and a black pair. I've had so many pairs of gloves that I've just lost, or they've broken. So it's really good to have a decent pair of gloves rather than just loads of cheap ones. Or brushes. So this is getting into more if you have your own horse or new horse buying. So for brushes, so the main essentials that I first ever got was a mane and tail brush, hoof pick. You don't actually need an actual hoof brush, obviously they're handy, but a hoof pick, a dandy brush, to flick all the dust away so the tack doesn't hurt them or itch them or anything where you put the tack on, and a body brush. And also, if you would like one, you could maybe get a curry comb or magic brushes. I feel if you have a bay horse, you don't need to worry about it, but if you have a horse, the slightest bit of white on it, grey should I say, they get filthy. So I would definitely recommend magic brushes for that. I've also been lucky to get stain remover, so that's definitely helped. That's how I keep Chilli kind of clean in the winter. Stain remover, magic brush, boom, does the job. Her back legs you can never get clean, so I'm sorry guys, but you won't be seeing clean back legs of Chilli. It's just not possible. Anyways, getting distracted. I will see you guys at Chilli when I show you how to tack up. So this type of horse, I like to do it this way, you can do it other ways, but I like to do it this way. So get your lead rope, put it in a loop, and then always put it through baler's line, because then if they pull it against it, it'll snap. So then put the loop through there. With the end that's attached to them, just leave it the loose end, pull it through, like that, and then you can put it through again, so it's like a chain, and then put the loose end back through. So, it looks like that. She's very good, she just sort of stands still. So, welcome to Future Lily. So here I am just tacking up. So I thought I'd do a voiceover just because it's a bit easier. So to put the saddle pad on, you want to put it on them, but slide it back. And then the martingale, I normally just put it on so I can get the saddle on and girth on straight away. And then as soon as I've put the martingale over her, I just clip it back on. Then I like to grab her saddle, and Chilli's saddle actually has a saddle cover, so I just take that off and then just place it on her back quite gently, and then make sure the saddle pad is sat up right in the saddle to make sure like it doesn't rub her or anything. And then it's time to do the girth, and you can't really see that, so that's great. There's my head. And then I actually filmed a different shot of getting the girth. So for the martingale, you don't need to do this if you don't have a martingale, but the martingale ring, you just put the girth through it. I don't know whether it's called a martingale ring, but yeah. And then you just do the girth up on the other side. And then if you have if you have a martingale, do this. If you don't have one, you don't need to. I put the martingale straps through the D-rings and then do the buckles up. I've actually forgotten what them straps are called. But I don't even know if they have a name, but you know, and then I just do the buckles up and put the Velcro through. So now boots, what you want to do is just slide them down the horse's leg and do the Velcro up. Obviously I did both of them, but you couldn't see that. And here is Chilli's tongue. And then to do the bridle, you put the reins over the horse's head, just like that. And then I like to just gather it up, and then Chilli's normally quite good with taking the bit, but you sort of just do that. I don't know if you can see that. And then that bit is called the throat lash, so you just do that up. I'd also like to untuck her forelock first, because it's just nice of them. And then my phone fell. Thank you for watching today's video. I know it's a bit of a different one. I don't normally do it, and the tacking up might not have been that great because I can only put my phone in one section, so you couldn't really see. When I was doing Chilli's bridle, I couldn't film the buckles, and you couldn't really see me putting the bridle on, basically, which isn't necessarily great. So I know it wasn't the best, but I did try. I've had a few comments. What is this number? So 284 is my first ever show jumping number. So I just keep it up there for the memories. I've been to the show jumping competitions I've been to. The majority haven't had numbers, so the only ones I've had numbers are 284, which is my first one, and then 5. Which 5 is quite a good number, I don't know why. But anyway, I will see you. Thank you for watching today's video, and I will see you all in the next one. Please like and subscribe, as it really does help me out. Bye guys.